The roar of the Santiago Bernabeu in full voice, a sea of white cresting and crashing as Real Madrid claws its way back from the brink. It's May 2014, the Champions League final against Atletico Madrid, a city divided, a continent holding its breath. Extra time looms, the score knotted at 1-1, the ghosts of past failures whispering doubts into the ears of every Madridista. Then a figure emerges from the midfield maelstrom, a young Brazilian, not yet a household name, but radiating an almost preternatural calm. He wins a crucial tackle, ignites a counter-attack, and sets in motion the sequence that culminates in Gareth Bale's go-ahead goal. That night in Lisbon, Casemiro, the relatively unknown defensive midfielder, provides a glimpse of the steel, the tactical intelligence, and the unwavering resolve that will define his illustrious career. But this isn't just the story of Champions League glory. It's a study in perseverance, in the relentless pursuit of excellence against a backdrop of doubt and near dismissal. Before the 5 Champions League titles, before the leadership role at Manchester United, there was a different narrative. A narrative of a young talent struggling to find his place, a narrative marked by periods of uncertainty and a lone spell that felt like a final chance. Casemiro's journey is a testament to the power of resilience, a quality forged in the hard scrabble. Streets of São Paulo and honed through years of rigorous training. It's the story of a player who wasn't always destined for greatness, a player who had to fight for every opportunity, who had to prove his worth time and again. He wasn't a flashy dribbler or a prolific scorer. His game was built on the less glamorous but equally vital aspects of football: tackling, intercepting, shielding the defense and dictating the tempo. Initially, he was seen as a promising youngster, a product of São Paulo's esteemed youth academy. He possessed undeniable talent, but the transition to the unforgiving world of European football proved challenging. The early days at Real Madrid were a struggle, marked by limited playing time and a sense that he was on the periphery of a star-studded squad. The loan to Porto seemed like a necessary step, a chance to gain experience and prove himself. But it could have easily been the end of his Real Madrid dream. The return to Madrid was a turning point. Under the guidance of Zinedine Zidane, Casemiro blossomed into one of the world's best defensive midfielders. He became the anchor of the Madrid midfield, the unsung hero who allowed the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric, and Toni Kroos to shine. He was the shield that protected the defense, the metronome that dictated the rhythm of the game, and the enforcer who instilled fear in opposing attackers. His move to Manchester United marked a new chapter, a chance to lead a storied club back to its former glory. He arrived at Old Trafford as a proven winner, a player with a wealth of experience and a burning desire to succeed. He was tasked with transforming United's midfield, with bringing a sense of stability and steel to a team that had been lacking, both for far too long. This is the story of a transformation from a promising youth player to a midfield general who conquered Europe. It's the story of a player who embodies the values of hard work, dedication, and unwavering belief. It's a reminder that success is not always linear, that setbacks are inevitable, but that with perseverance and the right mindset, anything is possible. It's a story of leadership, not just on the field, but in the locker room and in the community. It's the story of Casemiro, the midfielder who defied expectations and cemented his place among the greats. Casemiro's formative years in São Paulo were far removed from the opulent stadiums of Europe. He wasn't born into privilege. His was a childhood marked by financial hardship, the kind that tempers character and forges an unyielding spirit. His family, like many in the bustling metropolis, navigated the daily struggles of making ends meet. This backdrop wasn't a hindrance, but rather the crucible in which his resilience was forged. It instilled in him a profound appreciation for every opportunity, a hunger to succeed that transcended mere ambition. He wasn't driven by the allure of fame or fortune, but by a deep-seated desire to provide a better life for his loved ones. His introduction to organized soccer came through futsal, the fast-paced, indoor variant of the game. It was on those cramped courts under the unforgiving glare of fluorescent lights that he honed his close control, his quick thinking, and his instinctive understanding of spatial awareness. Futsal demanded agility, precision, and an ability to operate in tight spaces, skills that would later prove invaluable on the grandest stages of European soccer. He wasn't the tallest or the strongest player, but his tenacity and tactical awareness set him apart. He learned to anticipate his opponent's moves, to intercept passes, and to disrupt attacks with well-timed tackles. The transition to the São Paulo Youth Academy marked a significant step forward, but it also presented new challenges. He was surrounded by talented players, all vying for the same limited opportunities. The competition was fierce, the pressure immense, yet he never wavered in his commitment. He embraced the rigorous training regime, pushing himself to the limit day after day. He wasn't afraid to make mistakes, viewing them as learning opportunities. He sought guidance from his coaches, absorbing their knowledge and refining his technique. One pivotal moment came during a youth tournament. Casemiro, usually a defensive midfielder, was asked to play as a striker due to injuries within the squad. He initially felt out of his comfort zone, unsure of his ability to lead the line. However, he embraced the challenge with characteristic determination. He scored several crucial goals, showcasing a surprising aptitude for attacking play. This experience broadened his understanding of the game, enhancing his tactical flexibility and his appreciation for the contributions of his teammates. It taught him the importance of adaptability, a quality that would serve him well throughout his career. Beyond the field, he understood the value of education. He recognized that a career in soccer was precarious, that injuries or unforeseen circumstances could derail even the most promising talent. He pursued his studies diligently, balancing his academic commitments with his demanding training schedule. He understood that knowledge was power, that education could open doors and provide him with options beyond the realm of soccer. This holistic approach to his development, this recognition of the importance of both athletic and intellectual pursuits, set him apart from many of his peers. His commitment to self-improvement extended beyond the training ground, shaping him into a well-rounded individual prepared for the challenges that lay ahead. His initial forays into professional soccer with São Paulo presented a stark contrast to the structured environment of the youth academy. The stakes were higher, the scrutiny more intense. He faced seasoned veterans, players who had honed their skills through years of experience. The physical demands were also significantly greater, requiring him to adapt his game to the rigors of professional competition. He wasn't an instant sensation. There were moments of self-doubt, times when he questioned his ability to compete at the highest level. Yet he refused to be discouraged. He saw these challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, to refine his technique and strengthen his resolve. One particular match stands out as a formative experience. It was a fiercely contested derby against Corinthians, São Paulo's arch-rivals. The atmosphere was electric, the tension palpable. He was tasked with marking one of the league's most dangerous attacking midfielders, a player known for his dribbling prowess and his ability to unlock defenses. He struggled initially, finding it difficult to contain his opponent's skillful maneuvers. He committed a few early fouls, earning a yellow card and putting his team at risk. However, he didn't lose his composure. He analyzed his mistakes, adjusted his positioning, and began to anticipate his opponent's moves more effectively. As the game wore on, he grew in confidence, making crucial tackles and interceptions. By the final whistle, he had completely neutralized his opponent, playing a key role in São Paulo's hard-fought victory. This experience taught him the importance of adaptability, the ability to learn from his mistakes, and the mental fortitude to overcome adversity. His move to Real Madrid at a relatively young age represented a significant leap of faith. He was joining one of the world's most prestigious clubs, a team brimming with superstars. He was acutely aware of the challenges that lay ahead. He knew that he would have to prove himself all over again to earn the respect of his teammates and the trust of his coaches. The initial period was difficult. He found himself on the fringes of the squad, struggling to break into the first team. The language barrier presented an additional hurdle, making it difficult for him to communicate with his teammates and coaches. The cultural differences also took some getting used to. He missed his family and friends, the familiar comforts of home. The loan spell at Porto, although initially perceived as a setback, proved to be a pivotal moment in his development. He was given the opportunity to play regularly, to showcase his skills and gain valuable experience. He thrived in the Portuguese league, demonstrating his tactical intelligence, his defensive prowess, and his ability to dictate the tempo of the game. He impressed the Porto coaching staff with his work ethic, his professionalism, and his unwavering commitment to the team. He learned to adapt to a different style of play, to understand the nuances of European soccer. He also developed his leadership skills, becoming a respected figure in the Porto dressing room. This experience transformed him from a promising youngster into a seasoned professional, prepared for the challenges of playing at the highest level. Upon his return to Real Madrid, the landscape had subtly shifted. Rafa Benitez, initially at the helm, was soon replaced by Zinedine Zidane. This transition would prove catalytic. It wasn't simply a change in managerial style, it was an alignment, a vision, a recognition of Casemiro's intrinsic value to the team's overall architecture. Zidane, a midfield maestro in his own right, understood the vital role a defensive anchor played in unlocking the creative potential of his more flamboyant players. He saw in Casemiro not just a destroyer of attacks, but a distributor, a player capable of initiating plays from deep and providing a crucial link between defense and attack. The integration wasn't immediate. He still had to earn his place, to prove that he deserved to be a regular starter in a team filled with established stars. But Zidane's faith in him was unwavering. He was given consistent playing time, opportunities to showcase his skills and demonstrate his value. Little by little, he began to assert his authority, to impose his will on the midfield battle. He wasn't a screamer, but a silent enforcer whose presence was felt in every tackle, every interception, every perfectly weighted pass. Consider, for instance, the dynamic he fostered with Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. These two midfield virtuosos, renowned for their creativity and passing range, were given the freedom to roam and express themselves, secure in the knowledge that Casemiro was providing a solid defensive shield behind them. He was the bedrock upon which their brilliance was built. He anticipated their movements, covered their defensive lapses, and allowed them to focus on creating scoring opportunities. This symbiotic relationship transformed Real Madrid's midfield into a formidable force, capable of dominating any opponent. Beyond the tactical nuances, consider his influence on the team's mentality. He brought a sense of grit, determination, and unwavering belief. He was a warrior on the field, never shirking a tackle, never giving up on a lost cause. He led by example, inspiring his teammates with his relentless work ethic and his unwavering commitment to the cause. He was a calming influence in the heat of battle, a steady hand that guided the team through turbulent times. It wasn't just about winning games, it was about instilling a culture of excellence, a relentless pursuit of perfection. As he solidified his place in the starting lineup, his role evolved. He became more than just a defensive midfielder. He became a leader, a mentor, a guiding force for the younger players in the squad. He took them under his wing, sharing his knowledge and experience, instilling in them the same values that had guided his own career. He taught them the importance of hard work, dedication, and unwavering belief. He showed them that success wasn't just about talent, it was about character, resilience, and the willingness to sacrifice for the team. This mentorship extended beyond the confines of the training ground, fostering a sense of camaraderie and unity within the squad. His impact resonated far beyond the statistics. It was about the intangible qualities he brought to the team, the leadership, the resilience, the unwavering belief. These were the qualities that transformed Real Madrid from a collection of talented individuals into a cohesive, dominant force. It wasn't just about winning trophies, it was about building a legacy, a lasting testament to the power of teamwork, dedication, and unwavering belief. Reflecting on this journey so far, we begin to perceive a pattern emerging, one that transcends the mere accumulation of trophies and individual accolades. It's a pattern woven from threads of resilience, adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to a specific vision of the game. Think of it as a tapestry, each challenge, each setback, each triumph contributing a distinct color and texture to the overall design. The early struggles in São Paulo, the initial uncertainties at Real Madrid, the proving ground of Porto. These weren't simply isolated incidents, they were integral steps in the creation of a player who could not only withstand pressure, but thrive under it. The narrative isn't about a preordained path to glory, but rather a continuous process of refinement, a constant striving to improve and adapt. It's a story of learning from mistakes, embracing challenges, and never losing sight of the ultimate goal. The influence of key figures, from youth coaches to Zinedine Zidane, served as catalysts, unlocking potential and providing guidance. However, the true driving force remained internal, a deep-seated desire to excel and a refusal to be defined by limitations. Consider the ripple effect of his presence on the field. It wasn't just about winning tackles or intercepting passes. It was about creating space for others to flourish, about providing a sense of security that allowed creative players to take risks and express themselves. The midfield partnership with Modric and Kroos wasn't simply a collection of individual talents. It was a carefully orchestrated symphony, each player understanding their role and contributing to a harmonious whole. As we pivot towards the final reflection, it's important to recognize that this isn't just a story about soccer. It's a story about leadership, about the power of perseverance, and about the importance of having a clear vision. It's a story that resonates far beyond the confines of the soccer field, offering valuable lessons for anyone striving to achieve their goals in any field of endeavor. The transition to Manchester United represents not just a new chapter in his career, but a continuation of this ongoing journey, a chance to impart his experience and leadership to a new generation of players. It's an opportunity to build a new legacy, to inspire a new team, and to prove that the values of hard work, dedication, and unwavering belief are timeless and universal. The seeds planted in the humble streets of São Paulo, nurtured in the demanding arenas of European soccer, are now ready to bear fruit on a new stage. The twilight of a career, even one as decorated as Casemiro's, is not a descent into obscurity but a transformation, a shifting of focus from personal glory to the enduring impact one leaves behind. It's a time for reflection, for distilling the lessons learned from countless battles fought and victories won, and for imparting that wisdom to those who will carry the torch forward. The trophies, the accolades, the roar of the crowds, these fade into memory, replaced by the quiet satisfaction of knowing one has given their all, that one has pushed the boundaries of their potential and inspired others to do the same. His move to Manchester United, then, should not be seen as a final act, but as a continuation of this transformative journey. He is not merely a player joining a new team, he is a carrier of culture, an embodiment of the values that have defined his career: discipline, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. He arrives at Old Trafford not just to win games, but to instill a new mindset, to elevate the standards, and to guide a new generation of players towards realizing their full potential. His legacy will not be measured solely by the silverware he accumulates, but by the impact he has on the lives of those around him. It will be measured by the young players he mentors, by the teammates he inspires, and by the fans whose hearts he touches. It will be measured by the values he instills, the work ethic he promotes, and the unwavering belief he embodies. These are the qualities that endure, the qualities that transcend the fleeting nature of sporting success. For in the end, the true measure of a player is not what they achieve on the field, but what they leave behind. It's the inspiration they provide, the values they uphold, and the lasting impact they have on the game and the world around them. Casemiro's journey, from the humble streets of São Paulo to the grandest stages of European soccer, is a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of leadership, and the enduring value of unwavering belief. It's a reminder that true greatness is not about talent alone, but about character, resilience, and the willingness to sacrifice for the greater good.